Hello, everyone. After researching several articles, I decided on the SERO project, which is a nonprofit organization that works to eliminate HIV criminalization laws across the U.S. I also chose this organization because of its unique structure. And by that, I mean that this organization is run by co-executive directors who are both women in a male-dominated field, and the entire staff works remotely. So I reached out to the co-director, Kamaria Laffrey, and she has served as the co-executive director for the SERO project for the past 3 years. And she graciously set aside a couple of hours for me to talk to her. I am also interested in a similar position in the HIV nonprofit sector once I graduate with my degree. I began this project and I selected other orientation and power differentials as two of the concepts that we have studied this semester. But as the interview progressed, the concept of incivility and stress emerged as a kind of a reoccurring theme. So I went with it and asked her some questions about that as well after the initial conversation. So during the other oriented portion of my interview, Kamaria said that they are highly other oriented. For example, at the beginning of their weekly staff meetings, they check in with one another. Everyone is asked to share something good that happened to them the previous week that is unrelated to their work. I found that very interesting and how that would kind of set the tone for their weekly meetings. And then she also talked about how the SERO project, they don't have like a 9 to 5 schedule, but as long as their staff is meeting deliverable deadlines, they're kind of free to do whatever else they want to do after the work for the week has been completed. She also stated that it made it easier for the staff to travel, make doctor's appointments, take kids to here and there, because they can complete their work remotely. She said the biggest downside of her role as co-executive director is when staff abuse this perk, and she has to let them go because they have fostered a kind of like a family approach to their staff. So letting someone go is always really hard. Then we went on to discuss conflict and power differentials. Kamaria expressed that she has to be direct and concise in her communication with her staff, since they're not in an office setting, and not necessarily look over their shoulders, but be able to have a better grasp on where they are in completing their work. She also informed me that one of the biggest conflicts that she has faced as a co-executive director was when her fellow co-director signed her name to a memo that Kamaria had not read, had not approved, and that caused a little bit of an issue, but they talked and worked that out, and she said for the last 2 years that's not been a problem, that they work very well together and communicate on a daily basis. I also learned that she's never had an issue that has created a conflict with her board of directors. I also found that very intriguing and maybe something that we should all strive for if we go into the nonprofit sector. And lastly, under the umbrella of the concept of stress and incivility, Kamaria said that not having her staff all in one place does add a little more stress to her role, because everyone can become a little siloed in their work. And she also said that having to let go staff in the past comes with high level of stress. She also stated to me that since she's doing something that she loves and is deeply passionate about, helps to keep her stress levels in a manageable state. So that is everything that I learned in talking with Kamaria, and it makes me even more enthusiastic and excited to complete my degree so I can do a similar job. Thank you.